Hi. Okay, so I went through and found a bunch of new decks or old decks that I haven't used in a while, but I'm excited to pick them up again. So let's start with Art of Life Tarot and pull um, just one central focus card and see what this reading is going to be about. The Knight of Wands. The real voyage of discovery lies not in finding new landscapes, but in having new eyes. Marcel Proust. And this is Marine, detailed by Edward Villard, 1906. Has a bit of a filter going on here. So I'm going to pull one more. Some persons. The Wheel of Fortune. To everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. Ecclesiastes 3:1-4. Hey, that's my birth chart starts Venus in Scorpio at 21, but 3, like 1 Saturn, 4 Sun, 314. Huh. This is I love this painting, Zodiac by Alphonse Marie Mouchat, 1896, Czech Republic. Still have like the trinkets and things in her hair. And the Nine of Pentacles is on the bottom, overlooking a balcony. And you've seen someone being very pensive. None of us will ever accomplish anything excellent or commanding except when he listens to his whisper, which is heard by him alone. Ralph Waldo Emerson, Man on a Balcony. Gustave Caillebotte, 1880. I'll just kind of leave that there. Okay, so we have Wheel of Fortune, Lucky, and I thought we'd pull some of these like reversed. They show the back of the tarot cards. Kind of reminds me, just like a 360-degree view of what the scenario is that's happening within the card. Do people need to know? This just fell out. This is the Five of Wands. So this definitely in this deck looks like some kind of battle. It reminds me of the Nowness video that was in yesterday's daily, which is Daniel Askin, I think is his name, fights a battle with a robot. In the background there is an erupting volcano. So I feel like they have more to worry about than each other, which is maybe a lesson for us all. The Four of Wands is on the bottom. These are shuffled, so and they just look joyous and like happy and singing songs, and they've come together and they're like dancing off into the sunset. So this is the Four of Wands. It's on the bottom. It's like having a good foundation or base, or because I mean 4 is sturdy kind of number, so it's having a good foundation to start off with. Should we pull one more from this deck? Some oracle cards to do too. This is the Ten of Cups. In this deck, looks like someone is coming down in a big, like, lotus cloud. And here, these people look like they are, maybe it's the same people, you know? They start out all joyous and happy and not realizing what the, how much work maybe something is, but in the end, they're still together and they're hugging. And because here you can see they look a little bit like she has scratches on her leg and her dress looks a little torn, and they just look like they've been through a lot and they're just trying to comfort each other. So, and you see the rainbow maybe there and the 10 cups. And it almost feels like this is the angel that is coming to bestow everything within the cups that they will then have that are full. So, like that, and I think this is the Ace of Cups, or kind of looks like the Hermit. These are totally different pictures I haven't. Night and day. Okay. So maybe these are things that maybe they're just also different outcomes too. Or I don't know, ways of going about things. You have the wheel, so it's kind of like, I always just imagine like the Wheel of Fortune. It's like tick, 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 tick. And as it goes, you're just kind of like, well, is it going to be this scenario or this scenario? And I don't know. Okay, let's have my painting here because I just really like it. And you really can't see it here. So we'll just move on from that. I also have a Star Signs for Lovers book. I did shuffle 6 times. I kind of have this thing where I think like, okay, if I'm going to shuffle once, I'm going to get the energy of the Magician. Shuffle twice, I'm going to get the energy of the High Priestess and the Dead, because that's, you know, kind of what's behind her in the card, which is like the water and ethers. And I shuffle 3 times, it comes up for me, so it's like, it would be like, if you were shuffling, it would come up for you as like, you, creating something. You shuffle 4 times, it comes up for a couple different things. If you shuffle, so I shuffled 6 times because I wanted a love reading. Either we have the Decameron deck here, so either for lovers or just more loving readings. So let's pull a sign from here. So we have the fire sign Sagittarius already, and Venus in Cancer, and Mars in Virgo. Interesting. For romance, it starts slowly. For love, it grows. They have like more than that, but I'm just reading the very top line. Passion is tremendous. This one communicates by touch. Guidelines, you can't get hurt. The combination is stable. One love at a time. Play this one long term. This combination is in group B. Turn to page 377. It has like a little system here. I like this. 377. It's like color coded or something. And Venus in Aquarius and Mars in Virgo. So it's already cross-referenced for you, the combinations. That's exciting. So if you have any of those, or if, say, you have Venus in a certain house or something like that, however it works out for you. Mars Virgo, Aquarius, Venus, and Cancer energies. Those 5 energies, if you have them, those are good combinations for you. And this is, again, star signs for lovers. So by, I don't know who, astrology. It doesn't say. Whatever. Okay, let's pull Oracle card, and then I'll do the Decameron last, I guess. Can't decide if it's like I should always have my face in this, or if you'd rather see the cards being shuffled. I think I could. This is 36. That came up last night, number 36, so that must be an important number. 15. She's holding a letter with a sealed stamp and a rose. It's like she's sending a love letter or something like that. It's symbolic for that. The birds flying out, sending something out into the ethers, sending some well wishes or something like that. But maybe the message coming in has to do with 36, and we'll read that really quickly. Just keep moving it back and forth. Did I even show you the card? I don't know. It's all tied up and like looks like she's in a. It almost looks like she's succumbed to the pain or something like that. 'Cause she looks very restful and like soft, but like she doesn't look comfortable at the same time. So. Entrapment, limitations, restrictions, complications. Uh-oh. Because so far, we've gotten the Wheel of Fortune, the Four of Wands, and the Ten of Cups, and the only one that's been sort of, I guess it can mean a lot of other things as well, is the Five of Wands. But if this is giving any further context, then this might mean that you have some issues with like interference and just you can't see, obstruction. This says we have more ability than willpower, and it is often an excuse to ourselves that we imagine that things are impossible. Francois de la Rochefoucauld, can't say his last name, or her last name, I think it's. Anyways, we are entangled by obstacles, real or imagined. It also might just mean entanglement, because that's what this whole thing has been about, is quantum entanglement too. Demonstrating that in a very complex sense, connected sense. Where was I? Tangled by obstacles, real or imagined, that restrict our wishes and actions, whether by ignorance, self-doubt, by paralyzing fear, we allow them to control, limit, or imprison us. If we could just summon the strength of will and confront them, we might face them down and ultimately overcome them. In doing so, we are free to fly once more. This is an angel without flight, her wings entangled by troubles, obstacles, and fears. In her suicidal pose, red ribbons intertwine her wrists like streaks of blood, but her entrapment is a consequence of her own fear. Blinded by anxiety, she is unaware that the nearby sword could be used to cut her ties and set her free to fly once more. Yeah, that's really obvious. Like, just kind of has to maneuver. It's on the side of whatever she's sitting on. So, again, it kind of maybe speaks to last night's reading where it was talking about taking a second look and maybe something that eluded you before as the solution and to whatever it is that you're trying to figure out. And just taking a second look allows you to see it with a new perspective and see how something could actually help you work. And maybe she just didn't see this red thing that she's sitting on. Oh, it's the cover image. This red thing that she's sitting on from this side, and just assumed that there was nothing on this side, whereas there's a sword that could cut her free. So maybe she's just, like I said, come to it and she's just used to it by now. Let's quickly pull a card from this Decameron deck. This is more for like romance, love, eroticism, however you want to, whatever you want to call it. this section of the reading, all these cards are different, all these decks are different, so I would hate to say that I'm giving you erotic advice, so we'll just leave it at this is the Ace of Spades. Here in this deck it says swords are spades, but I always thought spades were earth. Anyways, so this looks like, I don't know, like if it happened after she laid down, or if she just decided like, well, there's a sword in the bed, so I'm going to lay like this, Here is the Hermit again. Like, this kind of just reminds me of like a tailor, like designer who's like doing a fitting the way that she's standing up, but not that this would happen, but that just kind of looks like someone who's searching for something, like searching for words, searching for the right word to say. Anything else? Because that's the Ace of Swords. Maybe you just have the right idea, and you just kind of have to find that sword and cut yourself free. Just more swords. This is the Seven of Swords. So that's maybe like, getting out of something, or not having to, sometimes it has to do with liar, cheater, thief, stealing an idea, but like, intellectual property, that kind of thing, but because it's swords. But I kind of feel like that maybe returning to something, returning to see what you forgot, and see if you can carry any more items or something like that with you. I don't know why I want to say that, but like, this is the Knight of Swords, another swords card. So we have the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands, and it's split at a swords card as well. Six of Swords. And the Ace of Cups is on the bottom. I think we got the Ace of Cups. I just didn't pull it out as well. He's carrying her, and she looks like she's just taking a bath and enjoying life. Just reminds me of that Kendall Jenner Vogue. I don't know what I'm going to do. Day Off. That's the title. And he's just like, yeah, I've got a big cup. I don't know. I don't want to start a whole nother reading. I feel like this is just starting over now. So I hope that was fun for you and you enjoyed that reading. You can find some connections. Okay, bye.